We draw lines on the fabric according to the reference markings. Then, based on this drawn line, fold it in half. Then press the seam allowance from the front side. After pressing the first seam, move it to one side, then start pressing the second layer. This guide the other side, then we pour it over like this, then start folding and pinching the second line. Then continue pressing the second visible line. Use this method to press all the remaining lines properly. Then place it on according to the sample. Trace it down. After tracing it down, then I drew the seam lines on my side, then trim it along the seam lines. Then fold the seam inside, then press it flat with an iron. Then use a finger pattern here. Mark this position well, then use solid glue. Brush it on first. Then, because I need to use lace here, then I need to first fix the lace onto it. Then align the position. Glue this lace on. Or you can directly baste it on first to fix it, or hand sew it to fix it on. Using pearl pins for fixation Then I'm using solid glue here. Then I'm applying solid glue again here. Fix the previous layer in place. Then proceed to press the wires. After sticking it on and securing it, press the visible seam from the front. After pressing, it looks like this. Take out the back part, place them facing each other on the front side. Sew the shoulder part. Then separate the seams here to the left and right. You can iron it. Then we trim this part. Otherwise, after attaching the collar later, the seam here will be too thick. Here we can trim the seam a bit. Expose it. Then the front and back pieces at the tail are also joined together at the shoulder seam. Let's work on the collar. For the collar, we'll first trace its pattern, then here is Hanfen. When drawing, here I'm using Hanfen powder. Here's a mirror sample. Then on its front side, also draw this line on it, like a sewing thread or mirror edge. Then continue, then use our glue, apply it along the outer frame. Apply a layer of glue on it, then take our lace and stick it on. At this point, the lace should face inward. After applying the glue, attach our lace onto it. Then the lace is done. It should face inward in places like this with a gourd shape. We can trim the lace a little, then turn it over again. After roughly attaching the lace, we take out another layer of the collar, then place them front sides facing each other. Then sew a stitch all around along the seam. After stitching the seam, we use a dog tooth key to punch the locking slot. Then here as well, following the position of the stitching line, we trim it, then turn it to the front side. Use the pinching tool. Then the edges become smoother. After finishing the front side, steam and press evenly. Then along this edge, 2 visible threads about 1 millimeter each. When repairing paper, we first work on this repair frame. Apply a large patch to it. Sew on some powder to it. Then it's convenient to pull it out. Then for the bottom part, I'm the same. Then use lace. Then you can apply glue here first. Then glue the lace on. Then after gluing it on, sew along this edge, sew tightly along the line. After we finish gluing, measure the powder along the xianji. Then the seam powder here, the seam powder inside, we can finish the edges in advance, or just trim it directly. Because the lace here won't fray, so I braid the fabric here, trim it. After trimming the seam allowance narrower, then turn it to the front side, lace facing forward. From the front, press a round of basting stitch on it. Take out the elastic band of the appropriate length. Make a mark on the elastic band, then start applying the powder on it. Then just sleeve it on top. Perform a pulling motion if shaking. Try to concentrate it on top as much as possible. The middle section, sparks come down. Let it proceed. The lace strips on the skirt panel need to be gathered. Then we first do some ironing on the hem, then apply double-sided starch roughly. Here the starch comb is slightly larger, about 4 millimeters. Then we proceed to make a gather. After pleating the entire strip of fabric, proceed to gather it. Then gather it to the same length as the skirt panel. After gathering, align the right side of the lace with the right side of the skirt panel. Then sew them together. We can slightly adjust the gathers while pleating. Then sew this entire strip completely. Then secure the stitching after weaving. Then place it on the front side. Press a top stitch on it from the front side. Sew the divider onto the top of the guide skirt panel. Press a whole visible seam like this. Then we still use lace for decoration here. Then sew a whole strip here. Then sew the lace along the pressed seam line. Then sew the lace on like this. We fold it in half along the drawn line. Then sew it. Pull the width of the divider according to the measurement indicated above. Then fold it again according to the position of the decorative line. Then pull the second divider. Press the seam allowance downward flat with an iron. Overlock the seam allowances on both sides. Then fold it inward. Then press top stitching from the front side. Then stitch this line within the seam allowance. Wait a moment to pleat. Then after sewing the book spine, adjust the settings to enlarge. Then after sewing the book spine, we will pleat it once. Align the collar with the center point of the front piece. Align the collar button on the back piece. Then secure it with a stay stitch inside the seam. Secure it inside the seam. Fix the other collar in the same way. Then take out our formal cloth. Place them with the front sides facing each other. Then the back part, the collar part, sew it together. Then after sewing this side up, then we take out the pinking shears, make snips on the neckline here. Then we use tweezers to place it on the front side. Then iron this side. Iron this side. Then iron this side. Iron this side. After ironing it flat, take out our rust remover. Mark the front and back positions of the rust remover. Then align them for seam measurement. Then there is a notch here. Then here. Then there is a notch here. Then here. Fold and tidy up a bit. The essence is concentrated in this shoulder section. After going back to inspect, remove, then perform edge stitching on this. After securing the edges, then fold them over. Then sew the rusted edge and the main body edge together. Then sew this side and finish the edge with overlocking. Sew the other side in the same way. Then sew the edge. Have them align the forearm length to match the torso length. Then start applying powder to it. Have them face each other. Everyone, don't get it wrong. Face to face. Then start powder extraction. Then there are more bends. Everyone can, while sewing, adjust this while sewing the edges. Then do some edge overlocking. Then we perform edge stitching on this side. After edge stitching, we press the top stitching from the front. Then on the back side, we sew on a few buttons. We sew 2 buttons on this side, then powder a button below. Powder the buttons on the back to finish it. Here we take out the upper part of this apron clamp piece. Then we add a lace decoration to it. Then sew along this line. Do the same sewing decoration on the other side. Then we take out the lining fabric. I did not trim the lining here, then directly cover it up. Then sew along this upper part, that straight stitching line, then sew it first with a lock stitch. After sewing, then trim these 3 edges. First trim along the seam line, then use the hook press on this upper part. Trim it. Then use the hook press and use the hook press, trim it a bit. Then use the hook press and use the hook press. Trim it a bit. Then flip it to the front. Then do some ironing. It will be smoother than this upper side. I also choose to use lace to do some decoration. The lace follows the edge. Measure it, then put it aside. Then let's cut the strip. I used a handheld machine to closely bake this edge. A household machine can also directly perform. If neither is available, then 2 pieces are needed. Then apply powder to it and place it on the front side. Then after we finish close baking here, then perform a powder brushing process. How much was drawn here? Then a bit has slightly come out here. We proceed along this top part. Don't forget the position. From this side to this side, according to the markings on the indicator, marked position on the shoulder strap, then place it within the seam allowance. Secure it in place. When you can sew the padding, proceed to adjust the pleats. After sewing the padding well, after securing the seam allowance, take out another shoulder strap, place them facing each other with the front sides together. Then align this side and sew along the edge. Place the lace in the middle. Properly sew the seam allowance on this side. You can trim it appropriately, then turn it to the front side. Fold the seam on the other side inward. You can iron it a bit. Let me mention here, it's that if the back of our apron, it needs to be attached to the waistband, the shoulder strap and waistband, if fixed with hidden buttons. This side needs to be gathered with stitches, then turn it to the front side. Later, you can attach a hidden button here. Then connect it to the apron's waist. Use the hidden button to connect. If you fix it directly in place, then you don't need to attach this part here for now. Sew it together. Just do it the same way as before. Make it face forward, clamp it here, clamp the front of the apron here, then directly stitch the seam. Press the visible seam on the other side as well. The other layer of bias tape is done the same way. Please kindly like. Then we tuck the hem of the apron inward. I have done an overlock stitch here. Then we top stitch a seam from the front side. After finishing the top stitch, then take out the lace or eyelash trim. Then here, then apply pleating powder onto it. Then fix this side onto it. Pull and fix it. Then after pulling, after drawing the edges, regarding this edge drawing, everyone can do it. Just like the full layout edge drawing. Perform dense baking on both sides. After performing dense baking inside the fabric tight strips to secure it in place. That's also possible. Then over here, we follow the marked line position. Distinguish the marked line positions. Fold the scorer's line in half. Then we apply it. Then we place a crease on it. Here we use this high-low creasing tool using the 2mm scorer from the machine. I will place the corner press, then lower it onto the sewing machine. Then fold the other line in half as well. Then do some sewing. Take out the sewn part. After sewing is done, we then separate this part and then proceed to iron it flat. Then overlock the side edge. Then fold the seam inward. Press the seam from the front, then the sides on both edges. Handle them in the same way. Then take this side of the seam, make a stitch inside the seam, then do the gathering. After we make the stitch, gather it well and fold it. Then at the center point above this, make a mark in advance. Then take out the apron waistband part. Then align them front to front. Then the start here is the beginning. Note that there is a seam here. Then we reserve this seam allowance. Start sewing from the edge of the seam. Start sewing from this side of the seam. It can be just inside the seam. When ironing the seam, first just fix it in place. Then the position of the center point. Everyone aligns it. After finishing the work, just fix it like this. Then take out another piece. Give them the other piece. Align the fronts facing each other. Then normally sew along the stitch line. Sew them together. Fix these 3 layers together. Then it looks like this. Then take the excess thread ends and cut them off. After measuring the seam, it looks like this. Then we take this seam here and fold it inside. Then you can press it with an iron. Then we do it like this. After sewing it, then these 2 seams on top, fold them inward first. After folding them inward, then take out our lace or the wet tape, then place it here, place it here. Then we give it this part of the belt here. Continue facing forward. Notice that they look like this now. Then I tilt it down, tilt downwards, face to face. Clamp this lace in the middle, then perform a stitching. Then take this side edge, sew it together. After sewing it together, turn it to the front side, and this is how the expectation looks. Both sides use the same method, then feed it accordingly, and then it's like that. Then the front and back pieces are done the same way. Go handle it, then make it. Put it aside first. Then the lace here, because it needs to be sent, so here we can leave it a little longer. Put it aside first, like this. If everyone is on top, if you directly assign edges, it is also a separate small micro loop. So we take out the lower and upper parts of the apron to separate and combine them. Then find the seam here and fold it inward like this. Press it flat with an iron, then locate their center points. Then align with this center point. Here we can first draw its seam. 5 millimeters. Then insert it in, do the same as here. Then align it with the center point. Directly perform the line pressing. Directly press it over. You can choose to press all around like this, or press the lines vertically. Then be careful to press through to the back. Don't press it crooked. Then press the seam below. Then do the same with the other piece. Now let's talk about the back. For the back, if this side hasn't been sewn, here it involves a seam allowance. We can directly tuck it in, then tuck it in with a 5 millimeter seam allowance as well. Then directly press a seam line. And then this apron here, if you want to make a single piece to wear, then you need to use snap buttons. And directly top stitch this part. Then later attach the snap buttons here. Also attach snap buttons here to secure it well. Then when I take it apart, I can make an apron separately. Then I also top stitch the bottom and then it's finished. We will serge the seam allowance on the upper part of the full length. Then serge the seam allowance on the lower part. Then I leave a 1 centimeter seam allowance on both the upper and lower parts. For the seam allowance in the middle that needs to be sewn, I leave 5 millimeters. We fold it in according to the seam allowance at certain positions. Then the upper part needs to be sewn through the machine. Then I usually press a clear seam allowance of about 7 millimeters. Then I also press a clear 7 millimeter seam allowance on the hem. Then we finish pressing it. After basting, we can press some lace on this part. The lace can be pre-gathered at the elbow before attaching it. Here I'm gathering the seam and the elbow simultaneously. Everyone can do it like this. Then we take this part under the full lining. Then we gather the eyelash edge and sew it on. Then I have already sewn the first layer. Just align the edge with this side. Everyone can also place it according to their own preference. Then for the second layer, move it a bit upwards. Cover the seam that was just top stitched. Cover the position of the top crease line. Then press another crease. You can also choose to press a crease with paper. Then prepare the paper in advance. Or, like me, use tweezers to align and press the seam. Then take this strip and measure it like this. Then after attaching the lace, then we sew some loose stitches on top, then perform some darting. Dart the skirt panel. The upper part of the crinoline is the same length. Take out the upper part of our crinoline. The length is the same as the draw of the elbow. Then place them face to face. Sew them together. Then we sew it together. Then you use smoke to tidy up the elbow. Then go and do some sewing on it. After handling it well, we sew it and stir fry until crisp. Sew towards the upper part, then top stitch it along the edge. Mark the length of the seam on the elastic band. Make a mark on the elastic band, then thread it through the safety pin. Then pull it through from here. Sew two stitches to stitches. Sew two stitches to stitches. Pull this end along the elastic band to the marked position. Similarly, secure it with stitches. The back parts of them align the seam allowances. Then sew them together. Then overlock the edges. Then here, tidy and press it, and then it's done. First, iron the inner facing onto the fabric. Then we place the applique part onto the front side. Then along this seam here, apply this solid glue to it. The solid glue is for the lace. Make a temporary fixation. Apply a coat around this perimeter. After applying it here, take out our lace. Then the lace is the front side. The trim is inside the trim groove. Then we do it like this. Follow along upwards. Then here's the area with this curve. We can slightly make some cuts on the trim. Then fix it in place. After fixing the lace onto it, take out its other piece, place them face to face, align them face to face. Then sew a dart along this side. Align the front sides facing each other and sew them together. Then press open the seam on this side. We make a notch here. Then we turn it to the front side. Then take this edge and iron it flat. We turn it to the front side. After ironing it well, press along the edge all around. Press down the visible wire. After the visible wire is clear, we adjust the steamer to make it bigger, then slightly reduce the powder, give it a slight powder reduction. After shrinking the fabric, make a few small gathers on it, then take out this part of the headband. Then gather them to this length. Gather to the same length as the headband. Then, after extracting the powder from them, the position of this center point. Then retract the front part. Then align it on this side. First, secure inside the seam allowance. Then align the center point here. Also needs to be aligned. After finishing gathering the pleats, we first handle the seam allowance. Fold it inward, press it with heat briefly. It means folding this side seam allowance. Fold it in advance first. Fold it inward. After we fold this seam allowance in advance, then the seam allowance, we give it a slight. First, make a small clip to make gathering easier, especially in areas with redness. We need to secure the clips gathering properly. The pleats makes it easier. Then take this, place it clamped in the middle. Face them directly towards each other. Make sure the fronts face each other. Then the powder at the seam here also flows out. Measure the powder on them. And then just like that, then we trim the seam allowance and trim it a bit. After trimming, take out the lace box, or it could be a ribbon. Just clamp it in like this. Then take this side and sew it up. This side edge, sew it together. Then leave the length for the lace. Okay. Then do the same on the other side. Remember, they are the right side. Position them opposite. Then clip the lace in the middle. Then pin it up like this. Then leave length on both sides. Then turn them to the front side. This sharp corner can be trimmed slightly. Flip both sides like this to the front. Wait until it is ironed flat like this. Then measure all around like this. We need to make sure that the top and bottom align. If you align the lines only this way, will the alignment not be off. Then it's done.